Hey guys, time for an update. New fish, new stuff. Alright, the 55 long I bought, let's see, there's one Australian, two Australian, and one turquoise rainbow. I got 3 of each, so I have 3 Australian and 3 turquoise. Their colors are coming out pretty good. I'm really happy with them. At the pet shop, their color wasn't, you couldn't really see their color, but once I put them in this tank and they got acclimated to it and everything, the color started coming in really dark, which I love. The angels don't know what to think of them yet. They changed sides. They used to stay over here, and now they're over here. I don't know if they're just scared of them or what, but I have noticed that the killies love to school with the rainbows, which they didn't ever stay. They always stayed up here, but now that I put the rainbows in, they're all swimming in the middle and just kind of being really communal, which is awesome because before I couldn't see them because they were always at the top. Let's see, the plants are doing amazing. The banana plant is growing like a beast. This baby tears, there's finally some new growth on it because I think it needed the CO2. Ever since I put the CO2 in, it's been greener. It's been getting a couple buds here and there on it. The high-fin shark back there is another new one. I'm not sure if he's been in a video yet. Let's see if I can. He's just hiding out back there. There's a ram back there, some cories. There is a tiger loach in here somewhere. He's usually behind this rock, so that rock might end up coming out because I can never see anything behind it. I don't know. I might move it around and angle it. I'm not sure. We'll see. The snail. My wife and my friend, they always mention how active this snail is. 1 minute it'll be here, 10 minutes it'll be all the way to the other side of the tank. It's not a lazy snail. I always thought that snails were lazy, but that one has proven me wrong. This dwarf hairgrass is not doing what I want it to do. I'm not sure why. I think it might. Maybe the light's not bright enough. I don't know. But this, what's it called? Sagittaria, I think. Dwarf Sag. Yeah, Dwarf Sag. The Dwarf Sag is getting pretty long actually for a dwarf plant, but it is shooting off runners. That, and that. And then there's another one all the way back there. Those are all new runners. Those were just starters that I put in there. This one's got a runner. I did do a little bit of rescaping on this. I took out some jungle fowl. There were two really big plants right here. I chopped one and put it back there, and then I took another one and put it in my other tank. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let's see, anything else on this? Like I said, the CO2 seems to be working. I might want to eventually get into some brighter lights, but that's probably down the road. And then I'm currently making another CO2 tank reactor for my guppy tank, which I recently got some new additions for. Let's see. Got some cherry shrimp. Got 5 of those so far. I've seen 4. Not sure what happened to the 5th, but hopefully they start breeding. That would be awesome. And then let's see. They're still really small. This tank's full of guppies, and I've had these guppies for years. This is, I don't know how many generations away from the original dozen that I bought for this tank, but it was at least 5 years ago. But I'll just tell you what I got, since I am having problems finding them. Oh, there's one. They look pretty similar to guppies. That fish right there above my finger is a Galaxy Danio. It's still really small, so it doesn't have very much color on it, but once they turn adults, the pictures that I've seen, the color on them is amazing. Now on this tank, I'm definitely pumped for the CO2 because the plants in here, the Java fern and the Java moss, of course, are doing great. But the Anacharis, I can't get it to stick in the dirt. It just, I put it in the dirt and then it rots up, breaks apart, and then it all floats up there. So I need to get in there, try and plant them again. And the dwarf sage in here just isn't wanting to do anything. Just like the dwarf hairgrass, it's probably gone. It's not going to make it. I think it was just the duckweed at the top is blocking too much of the light. And I have been trying to clear it out to help the plants grow, but not happening so far. Just do a quick look at the goldfish. They're doing great. I want them to get bigger, but it's taking a really long time. And then do the other tank. Alright. This bulb, I'm not sure what it's called. You can get them at Walmart in a pack. They get those arrow-shaped red leaves on them. This, for a while, didn't want to do anything, and then all of a sudden it started growing these real big leaves, and I have high hopes that one of my friends said he got one from Walmart that didn't have any growth on it, and within a week he said he had lily pads. So I went and got one that had growth on it already, and it's just kind of, it's doing okay. But this tank, the plants are so green, and I think it's because of the CO2. This little bubble ladder right here, you can watch the bubbles. They come out big at the end of this tube right here, and then as they go up, they get smaller and smaller. Now I wish I did have another ladder or something else that would get the bubbles, because once they come to the top and float to the surface, they pop and then they're useless. There's no CO2 in the tank. But that does a good enough job for this size tank, and I just put it in. So I have noticed that there is some difference in the Java or the Red Wendetti right here. It's got a little bit of new growth on it since I put the CO2 in. That jungle val back there is finally starting to get thick leaves on it, which is awesome because it's been in here for a while. This jungle val was the other plant that I got out of the main tank. There's the newt hanging out back there looking at himself in the aquarium. I forget, I think he's a paddletail. I could be wrong. The angels are doing great. I really love this black one. The other three kind of shun him. They kind of go to the left and hang out, and he's always by himself. But I wish that these would grow faster so I could put them with the other fish. That was my plan, was to take these fish, when they got bigger, put them in the other tank, and then use this as something else. But I don't know. There's a pleco. I don't know if you can see it right there. He's got, let's see, there's an eye right above my fingers. There's an eye. You can see the mouth moving. That's his location. I saw the newt come over here one day, and he tried to go inside, and that pleco came out and started smacking him in the face with his tail and pushed him out, and the newt kept trying to go back in, and he just sat right here and wouldn't let him go anywhere near this hole. It was pretty funny. But alright guys, that's the tanks. Those were the new fish. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.